Capital City Coastal Patrol. This is CCSF 917. We're going to be keeping an eagle on that weather system's 20 and assuming that you will keep those big ships out of Capitol Harbor.
Weather system? This isn't a weather system. It's some sort of giant thing out there, and it looks like it's trying to eat the big ships.
Coastal Patrol, this does not seem to be a weather system.
You think you're telling me something I don't know? It's a huge, gigantic mass.
Seems to be some kind of mass. And it's moving. And it's 150 feet at a depth of half a mile beneath sea level. What in the world is down there? Coastal Patrol, have you got a visual?
I make the monster speak.
On the land where Capital City now stands, there were early tribes that believed that creatures of the sea ruled their lives.
Creatures from the sea?
Well, Vanka, they were very primitive people.
You know what, Mr. Fishbein?
What?
You are my favorite teacher of all time.
Well, Vanka, it's very easy teaching you anthropology. You have a real love and a appreciation for the ancient world, which is why I'm very glad that you've been able to find the time to help us with the school project.
Well, photographing the ancient sites of Capital City is important, don't you think?
Right here, the early tribes used to believe that this harbor was bewitched. They used to believe that this water was the devil's water because it looks like...
There's something in the water.
Like what?
Look.
Oh, it's just high tide. Oh, it isn't, is it? Let me just adjust this for a lunar positioning.
That's, some watch.
Oh, it's a going-away present from my old school. It has a global positioning system and a body scanner. See?
Cool.
Yeah. Well, it should be able to tell us everything we need to know about the water.
Mr. Fishbein, we don't need a fancy watch to tell us anything.
You go up and see what you can see from up on that point.
Mr. Fishbein! Mr. Fishbein! Mr. Fishbein! No.
There are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy, Horatio.
Shakespeare is totally killer.
Oh, if you want killer, try studying for my biochem exam.
And if I don't succeed in my languages exam, I'll probably lose credits. And maybe even my status as an exchange student. Now that's trouble.
No, it's not. You want trouble? Something ate my teacher.
Do you want to run that by us again?
My whole life, school has been a mess. It doesn't make any sense, and who needs it? Finally, a teacher comes into my life interested in the things I'm interested in, and even knows about them. My grades go up, I'm definitely gonna make my year. Then wham! Out of nowhere, something pops out of the water at Arctic Bay and eats him.
Eaten? Okay, eaten by whom? What?
That's what we're gonna find out. Mark my words, we're gonna find Mr. Fishbein, and I'm not losing my year.
You sure it was around here?
I had my back turned, but that's where the camera was, and that's where I heard the noise.
Okay, well, let's spread out and see what we can find. Heaven and earth. Philosophy. Wait, maybe it isn't about heaven at all. Maybe it just means...
Luke,
I'll take that camera meter. It's evidence.
can I ask who you are?
No.
Antonio?
Monster warriors, right?
Yes.
Delia Prime Body. Capital City Special Forces.
Well, I'm intimidated.
Sorry, did you say special forces?
We work between the levels of civil authority. We're only brought in on very unusual cases. We have the full authority of the mayor.
Thank you. The Special Forces have full authority. Signed the mayor.
Well, it's authority, all right.
All that's left of the RMS patients which came into Arctic Bay this morning. The crew managed to get out in time, but something literally dragged that ship right underwater.
So you think this might be a monster problem?
Oh, yes. Except for the signal.
What signal?
We don't know the source of it. But we do know its primary origin.
What is that?
I know the source of it.
You do?
It's Mr. Fishbine's watch.
You're sure about that?
Absolutely. His last school gave it to him as a going-away present. It has a global tracking device and even a body heat detection device on it.
So, doesn't that mean that if it's beeping, he must be alive somewhere?
Well, that is precisely what it means. Except for one problem.
What's that?
Our tracers tell us that that signal is coming from the ocean floor, right where we've detected some giant 150-foot sea creature.
Wait, so you're saying that there's a signal telling us Mr. Fishbine is still alive on the ocean floor near some 150-foot giant sea creature?
I just said that.
Vanka, can I talk to you for a sec? Look, I don't mean to put a damper on things, and I know you want to save your teacher, but we're talking about something a half-mile under the water. We don't have the technological requirements to take on a mission like that.
No, you don't. But we do. We call it the Scylla. It's a 4-person submersible capable of sustaining a dive team for up to 16 hours underwater. It's got a fully automatic drive system, an explosive nose cap that self-detonates the ship, and high-fidelity stereo.
You said he's got all this stuff just sitting around?
Superintendent McClellan's orders. We've also got a micro-aircraft carrier for catching people fishing off-season, and 14 auto-gyrocopters just for property tax surveillance. Well, you've clearly got the expertise. And we've got the equipment. So what do you say?
I am so driving.
I've been examining the Special Forces reports and sonar charts from Arctic Bay, and I've been able to hypothesize what kind of creature just might be down there with Mr. Fishbine. Think vegetable. Now, this isn't going to be pretty, I warn you, but this is a real creature, common to most sea environments.
That's the grossest thing I've ever seen.
Gross or not, the sea cucumber, named mostly for its shape and appearance, is a fascinating creature that feeds mainly off of particles found on the seafloor.
And the one on the floor of Arctic Bay?
Well, I believe it exists in a severely magnified form.
Man, I'm really starting to wish we could just go back to studying for our exams.
Looking at this, and the possibility that Vanka's teacher still might be alive down there somewhere near this thing, I'd say we have no choice.
Warriors, we are 10-4 go for submersion at 0 hour 0 0.
All right, Special Forces, we are ready to submerge.
Those monster warriors are a credit to Capital City, Mr. Morrison.
All right, everybody, hold on tight. This stuff's new to us. Everybody good?
Is now the time to remind you that I'm not so crazy about water.
And that I get a little nervous in confined spaces.
Heights. I hate heights.
So we're all good then.
Submerging.
You are moving downward, Warriors, at a rate of 1.5 feet per 9 second.
Roger that.
Roger that, Secondary Warrior.
Did anyone understand what that guy just said?
the warrior status, Mr. Morris?
Chief, they've been down there 020 plus 05 minutes. So they should be there almost about.
There's something dead ahead.
Special Forces, we believe we have spotted an object on our starboard side. I repeat, our... Wow.
Wow is right.
Much larger than I'd anticipated.
And much grosser.
And a lot bigger mouth.
And that's our problem. The pulsing from Mr. Fishbine's watch is coming from inside that thing.
Inside? Did you say inside?
Special Forces?
Roger, Luke.
Yes, we believe we have a situation.
Where we're gonna have to, go inside the mouth of the creature to get Mr. Fishbine out.
Did I copy that, warriors? Did I copy? Your intention is to head into the giant sea cucumber to get your teacher out?
Roger that, Special Forces. Over and out.
Yeah. As if I wasn't frightened of enclosed spaces before.
Well, I have to say that this is the first time we've ever wanted to be eaten by a creature.
Speak for yourself. I don't want to get eaten by anything.
We've got some concerns here, Luke.
All of our calculations indicate that once you're inside the sea creature, we're going to lose all radio contact with you. Do you copy that? We're talking, incommunicado. Indeterminate. You're on your own. Roger that.
Roger. Tabby, take us in.
Warriors. Monster warriors. Are you reading us anymore? Warriors.
They're in, Mr. Morrison. They're in. And who knows when they'll come out.
At this point, I feel it incumbent upon myself to let you guys know that no matter what we do in here, no matter what, we have to stay away from the digestive tract.
Well, I'm hoping we won't be in here long enough to find out about that.
We're getting closer to the pulse, but the frequency seems to have changed.
Changed? But that doesn't make any sense.
We hit something!
What's the hit? A sea cucumber is an invertebrate with no material skeletal structure.
No, we're staying on something else. I can feel it.
Well, then you know what that means.
I'm worried.
About Luke?
About biochem. If I don't get any study time, I'm dead.
Well, maybe they'll give us some extra time because of, well, this.
Looks like some sort of pipe or something. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, what? Luke, we can't see you from in here.
Luke, we're free!
You have to get back in here right now.
Luke, can you hear me? There's something down here. There's something wrong. Clearly, this thing has been eating the ships in the harbor. This is a mast pulled from the RMS Patience.
Look, are you there?
Luke, talk to me. What's going on? Are you okay? I'm fine. I just... I'm fine.
We're definitely not inside anything normal here. Certainly nothing Klaus von Steinhauer could have created. We need to turn around, fast.
But what about Mr. Fishbine's watch?
This indicates that he's only about another 50 feet into the sea cucumber.
But guys,
Luke, you've never backed down from a battle before.
50 feet only. All right, everybody, hold on. Something feels wrong. This all feels very wrong.
I see something.
Warriors! Help me!
Mr. Fishbone, we're coming!
Bonka, stop! Look!
Look at what?
Just look.
Warriors, help me!
He's not wearing any diving gear, Bonka. How is he breathing down here?
He isn't. It's impossible.
Vodka!
I think he's wanting us to come further into the darkness.
No, Luke's right. We have to get out of here now.
But
I can prove it. We have enough power left to turn on our high beams?
I'm on it.
On my count. 1,
2, 3, go.
I should have known a teacher that cool was too good to be true.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. But let's not stick around to find out. Everybody set.
It sounds like the stomach of a sea cucumber.
Mr. Fishpine's been leading us into the stomach. I don't think we can get out the same way we came in. We need another option. Antonio?
We can try and find another way out through the spines.
I don't think we have time for that. Tab.
Okay, this might sound crazy, but maybe we could...
We blast our way out.
What?
You said this thing's an invertebrate, right? No backbone. With no major bones, we blast through the sidewall and out through the skin.
And how do we do that?
Didn't Mrs. Primebody say something about a self-destructing nose cap?
Hey, wait. We might be able to blast through, but that would render the ship useless and we'd all be trapped. We have to stay here and find another way out.
I agree with Antonio.
Don't. I think I know what happens if we float around here and try and find our way out. We don't find our way out. That's the trap that's been laid for us by Klaus or someone else, I don't know. All I know is that we've got to try and find another way out of here, whatever the cost.
Okay, so we lose the ship, and then what do we do about getting to the surface?
Anybody afraid of going really fast? 3, 2,
1!
I've got an explosion on the ocean floor.
Do you have any communication?
The giant sea creature seems to have, well, exploded into bits.
And the warrior kids? Where are they?
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, definitely 4 life forms. No creature underwater.
Well, whatever they did down there. Those warrior kids, they're amazing.
Everyone okay? Good.
Okay, Luke, you have to tell us now. How did you know we shouldn't try to find another way out? Did you see something down there?
Well, something that I can't explain.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean that... What I mean is, there are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy, Horatio.
Who's Horatio?
Questions on Shakespeare, and I get 7 right. Huh. Summer school, here I come.
Could be worse.
How?
My biochem exam.
Ooh, you? Really?
I guess we can share the bus together. Hey, Antonio, how'd you do in your languages exam?
Perhaps a little better than I'd anticipated.
98%.
Believe me, no one was more surprised than me.
Well, I guess the only question now is how did Vanka do on her...
Terrible. In fact, my new anthropology teacher said it was like I didn't study at all. When I tried to explain to him I was in a sub at the time trying to fight a 150-foot cucumber, still didn't cut any ice. But this did.
It's a copy of a letter to the school from the Special Forces Division.
We will be pleased to allow any of the warriors to take their exams again in light of your letter regarding their activities in the service of the city.
Looks like Mrs. Primebody went to bat for us, and the authorities actually listened.
Maybe we are all in this together.
Pencils about to be sharpened?
I'll unplug the phones.
You want me to check the internet connection?
I got the pizza.
Because we have got a lot of studying to do.
I just hope those monster warriors ask themselves the all-important question.
What's that, Chief?
Well, if what they found down there was unlike anything they've ever encountered before, then where did it come from?